everyone, it's Monique again, and you're, probably wondering what all this stuff in front of you is for. And what it is I did the tag swap again on Life at the Scrap Beach, which is hosted by Kara again, and this month's theme was to use recyclable things around the house. And when I first signed up for this, I was really excited. And then I started thinking, what am I going to do? And hey everyone, it's Monique again. And I'm here to share with you what I did this month for the tag swap that Kara hosted on Life on the Scrap Beach. Now you're probably looking at all this stuff and wondering what it is. And the theme this month was recycle. So these are the things that I used to make my tag, which I'll show you at the end. We're going to put it together, sort of. So I was excited to sign up for this tag swap. And then when I started to think, what am I going to do, I got so stumped I didn't do anything for a couple weeks. It had me clear nuts. I thought, oh, it's going to be the first one I can't complete. What am I going to do? So then finally the light bulb came on over my head, and I got some ideas, and I started putting them together. So, and these are the supplies that I used, more or less. I didn't put the glue out. But anyway, so I started with a piece of corrugated cardboard, you know, regular old, come off of a box. And I cut it into my tag shape. And I cut it at an angle to give it a little bit of interest so that the corrugation ran not quite straight up and down or across. And then I ripped off most of the paper backing to leave some interesting pieces. And then I sprayed that with Glimmer Mist. I sprayed it with old lace, suede, and cream de chocolate. And that gave it a nice color, which you'll see when I show you the rest of the tag. Then I used packing materials, and I save everything from everything that I buy. You know, anybody that's a crafter has a love affair with paper and cardboard. So I took my Cricut, and I think this is the wrapping paper or the cardboard backing for a new Cricut mat. And I cut out this little doily type shape, and I used green embossing powder and embossed around just the edges, and then I covered the whole thing, what was showing through, with my Distress Ink weathered wood, I believe it is, the green one. And then I made some grunge flowers out of newspaper, which I cut out the flowers with my Cricut, and then I glimmer misted those cherry lemonade. And then I used some old foam board that had been left over from one of my kids' school projects, and I cut out little squares to put some dimension on my card. I'm getting to my card, guys. Then I use, this is some packing strap. This is a packing strap, actually. It came off of a box that was delivered to the warehouse where I used to work, and it was probably, oh goodness, 9 feet long, you know, wrapped around this box. And I just loved the texture of it. So I grabbed it and cut it down to these strips that I could use, because I thought someday I'll find a way to use these. And I did. So then the rest of the things that I used were these old nasty colored beads, which I alcohol inked the color I want. I used more packing material to use a Martha Stewart punch to punch out this butterfly, which I used on my project. And then I used some old, I don't know if you can see that, Christmas tree ornament hangers that I had laying around in a great big knot. And you'll see what I used those for in a minute. I used some old acrylic paint that I had. And then I used some cardboard from cereal boxes. So what did I come up with? Well, I came up with this, which is going to be my card that I send out this month. And what it is And the reason it's in a box, and you'll see this as soon as I pull out this card, is this is my finished card tag. And it's great, and it's three-dimensional and all that, but I'm making it and not thinking about how I'm going to ship it, right? Look how wide that is. How am I going to put that in an envelope and not get it squished? So I ended up having to make a little carrying or a holding thing to keep it in, to send it in, which is where the cereal box comes in and the old acrylic paint, because I couldn't just send, you know, Cocoa Pebbles. I had to spice it up. So anyway, so here is the completed card. And again, it started out as this piece of cardboard, which I then used the foam board to put this doily on it. And I did the grunge flower, which here's one not put on there. And see, I don't know if you can see underneath there where I got it popping up. So here's the flower I put on it. Now then, I took those Martha Stewart butterflies and see the little, oh, what do you call them? You know, the antenna. That's what I used the ornament hook for. I clipped them up and colored them black and glued them on. But anyways, I embossed with that that embossing powder. I really like it. I forget what it's called, but it makes this really nice color on top of the butterflies, and then I bent them while they were still warm from the embossing powder, and that's how you get this nice shape. So, and remember those packing strips? What did I do with those? Well, I made these little like fronds with them, and I just cut them into thin strips and then used my embossing tool while it was wrapped around a paintbrush to bend them, and then when they cooled, of course, they were set. So that's how I did that. And then I decided we needed 2 butterflies, so I did one in yellow. And these are inked with embossing ink. This is, I think, mustard seed from Tim Holtz, or Ranger. And this is just a different purple embossing ink that I had. And then I was trying to think, what could I say? So I ended up coming up with recycle, reuse, and rebeautify. And then I've just put a little bit of some twine here on the top. And then, of course, I had to put my information on the back. But I'm really pleased with the way it came out. I hope you are too. Those of you who get them, I hope I did you justice this time. And again, I had to put it in this carrying case made out of cereal boxes to keep it from being squashed on the way to you. So I hope it works. Leave me some feedback. Let me know, guys. I'm really excited about how this one came out, even though it took me forever to figure out what I was going to do. Talk to you later. Bye.